we are back with Bruce Boudreau and Craig Button, and we got a new game today. I'm going to throw out a prediction, and you guys are going to pick a side, either hope or nope. And we're going to start with Connor Bedard. He's going to be on Team Canada. Craig, hope or nope?
Listen, I'm glad that there's not a dope in it because I'd probably be the face of it. So I'm going to say nope. You know, the depth of Team Canada's forwards is just too much for Connor Bedard, in my view, to be on that team. We know how good he is. He's a really good 19-year-old player. But the fact is, it's just too early for him to make this team.
I'm going to say hope but I think when I say hope, it's going to be as the 13th forward. Because I don't think he's a fit in the third or fourth line. But, I mean, if one of those top line guys go down, I think he can go in, and secondly, it's good experience for him for the upcoming Olympics. It's good experience for him for the future because he's going to be there for probably the next 12 years. So I mean, I think they want him to see that experience, even though I don't think he's a good fit for the top four lines as the 1 through 12. But I think he'll be number 13.
Okay, so lucky number 13, perhaps. Meanwhile, the Sens are pretty close to a coin flip to make the playoffs. That's according to FanDuel. And Bruce, they're making it to the postseason this year. Hope or nope?
You know what? I want to say hope, but I'm going to say nope, only because I think the East is still too strong. I think in the Atlantic Division, I still think that Toronto and Boston and Florida and even Tampa are ahead of them. And I think with Buffalo and Detroit on the heels, and let alone the Metro with the Rangers and Jersey, I think is going to sneak in before them. And so, I mean, I think they're going to be close, and they're going to be a really tough team to play against all year. But I just don't think it's going to be this year.
Yeah, you know, Bruce, I'm right with you. My hope last year was there for the Ottawa Senators. My hope again is this year, but I think that they're looking at second wild card because when you look at the Atlantic Division, it is so strong. So really, there's one opportunity for them. It'll be dependent on how the Metropolitan plays out. We know that there's some good teams there. So as much as the hope that I have, and my brain says nope, I'm going to hold out that faint glimmer of hope for the Ottawa Senators.
I think we know the Senators will be a better team this year, so there's at least that. Meanwhile, Connor McDavid was the runaway pick for the best player in the league in TSN's top 50 poll. Craig, someone other than McDavid will win the MVP this year. Hope or nope?
Nope. Connor McDavid, I mean, he didn't win it last year, and largely due in part to the fact that the Edmonton Oilers in their first 18, 20 games just weren't very good, and neither was Connor McDavid. But from that point on, all the way through the playoffs, Connor McDavid showed not only is he the best player on the planet, but his value is immense. So I think he's going to pick up right from where he left off last year in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and he will be the MVP once again in the National Hockey League.
Well, I'm going to there's 31 other teams, and I got to think that the odds are stacked against him, but I don't know how you can stack the odds against him. If Edmonton gets off to a better start, how can he not be the face of that team that's going to probably be number 1 or number 2 in the Pacific, maybe number 1 or number 2 in the whole Western Conference? And if they are, he's going to be the guy that gets it. But boy, there's so many good players in the NHL now. If there's some dark horse team that has a superstar that comes up and plays good, I think the voting will go with that person. But, I mean, I think Connor McDavid not winning it last year, and he's everybody's choice to start the season. If he has a Connor McDavid season, I think he'll win it.
I think so, too. And we're less than 2 weeks away from the beginning of the regular season. That's when we can see how right you guys are on all these predictions.